when I want to shut my brain off, I'll play Dragon Quest 2. Dragon Quest 2 Builders. Dragon Quest Builders 2, sorry. That's my go-to stress-free game.
Mine's Dark Souls 1. That's my stress.
Turn off that's your stress reliever? Bro, what?
I played that game. I've beaten that game so many times. I just do it like back to back to back. So
my man gotta beat the demon.
That's like being like
top, jump down, tap, speed run.
That's like being like, I need to relax, and then booting up Sekiro. Like what? All right, y'all. Welcome to the Round Start Podcast. As you can see, the couch is looking a little bit how it was last time. You know, some of us got family responsibilities. Some of us got jobs we got to work. So you know, we here. To my left, I got Tengu yet again. To my right, I got my man Richie yet again.
Yep.
And you know, we here today. Not gonna hold y'all. We did not prepare any topics. We raw dogged it.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. Think about topics.
Yeah, today was a busy day. We got something else coming in the works for y'all. And if you said hey yo to me saying what I said just now, man, when that video hit, it's gonna be crazy.
If it hits.
If it hits, I think it will.
See if it's allowed.
I think it will. It should be allowed.
Should be.
Should be.
I don't know. YouTube don't like that.
I mean, we not monetized anyway. What we got to lose?
The channel.
Yeah, that'd be all right. I've seen worse.
I've seen way worse. If we get demonetized, if we get taken down for that, we got to get 3 strikes, so they can only strike us once for the video.
Hey man, it's YouTube. I see some shit.
It's true. I've seen some stuff on YouTube too. I've also seen stuff on Twitch.
Dude, the stuff that's been going on Twitch is crazy.
Yeah.
You see that trend going on with the girls and the see-through chairs?
The see-through chairs? Oh my God, yo.
Everybody online's calling it the meta.
Bro, the meta, yo.
It's the new meta for Twitch, bro.
They keep evolving.
They made a thing where it was like, all right, well, you can't have prolonged, like the camera can't just be prolonged on a genital for more than 5 seconds. So now what girls are doing, are they sitting down for 4 and they talk for like a minute or two, sit down for 4, talk for a minute.
There was a meta that where a girl wore green shorts or whatever, and then had the gameplay of her playing Fortnite on her.
I've seen a girl do that.
Yeah.
with bra. Like,
really? Oh, I didn't see that. Yo, nah. Dude, that clip went crazy on Twitter. I was like, nah, that's crazy.
The reason I don't understand what's going on with Twitch is because the hub is free.
I think that's the excitement behind it, because it's like it's on a site that shouldn't be on that site, but it's because it's there. It's like, wow, Twitch is really allowing this happen.
So many free resources. It's crazy.
It doesn't matter because it's like that girl isn't in the hub. I had to pay her OnlyFans to see that.
If you think she's not on the,
I mean, some of them are, but they are, but I won't say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I was gonna say something you would think is be funny, and you will not think it's funny. But if we wanted to jump on that meta with apparently our recent discovery of the channel.
No.
I'm just saying, my socks are green today.
No.
That meta
not
doing
crazy.
That.
We are not doing that.
300
Street Fighter footage on the
No,
toes.
all y'all can play Street Fighter on your.
Yo, imagine if you cracked out too. If you're cracked out too.
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
Hold on, let me hit this DP real quick.
Oh my God!
No.
I mean, since we already here, like I ain't gonna hold you. We've been having conversations for anybody who watched the channel. You know, when we started this channel, we were at FGC podcast. Like that was our main focus. And since we still new, we kind of still grow, you know, and there's always going to be changes that come along. And starting to notice that we're becoming more of just like just a gaming podcast in general, more so than just fighting games. Because, yeah, don't get me wrong, we all play majority fighting games. Like, if you look at any one of our Steam libraries, there's majority fighting games in there. Some of them y'all probably never even heard of.
We'll probably still be like primarily fighting games for the most part, but I mean, come on, there's other games out there, guys.
Yeah, it's like,
especially with Elden Ring DLC coming out.
And then, I mean, especially, like, it's now, like, indie gaming is taking off. Like, Helldivers 2 is out. That game is fun.
Hey, that's an indie game?
Oh, yeah. It's not made by a AAA company.
Oh, yeah. Is it from AA Games or something
like that.
I don't know.
But yeah, they're an indie company. Baldur's Gate's out. You know, it's a bunch of other games that we want to start branching off into, and start like streaming them and doing recordings for them, because like just us being us on a game. Oh my god.
We should play Content Warning. Have you seen that game yet?
No.
So there's a new game. Do you guys know what's the game that was really big recently? It's like the horror game with a group of people. You go out to get supplies and you come back. What is it called? It was really
Lethal Company?
Yeah, Lethal Company.
Oh, Lethal Company. Yeah.
It's like that kind of, but the idea is you as a group of people are going into this like scary place where like anything can come at you, but you have a camera and you're supposed to record the scary stuff so that you can get a lot of views and a lot of likes on SpookTube. So you go with your team to go record this creepy stuff. You got to survive, come back to the pod, get back to your house, and like put the camera in and stuff. So if you lose the camera in the scary world, like if you all die, you have to wake up the next morning and then go find that camera to bring it back so that you can like turn in your video stuff. And then it shows you the video that you guys recorded. And it seems like it's really funny.
Nah, it's either that, Escapist. I don't know, for all those, it's an older game, but for all those who've played Escapist, you know how fun that game is. So Escapist, pretty much, if you never played it, it's a game where like you and a group of your friends are in prison, and y'all got to figure out a way to break out of jail.
Y'all just like to be in prison and these scary games. So I
We got
don't
to
know.
do Overcooked.
Oh my god.
We had that one night recently. We've just played Overcooked.
Me and Rich carried. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be real. There was some carries, bro.
Man.
Me and Jamie helped.
Jamie. Yes.
Y'all got that pasta, didn't you? That's all you needed.
This man just he chucked like 30 things in pasta.
I'm just saying, not once did I hear, hey, I don't have this.
Oh my god. Nah, that's definitely what we gotta play. Fall Guys is another, not Fall Guys,
Stumble Guys is good.
no, what's
That's
the
almost
one with
better
the
than
colored
Fall Guys.
people?
What do you mean by color people? What the heck? Yo.
Not like that. It's like they're like blue, green, red, and you got like toss
Gang
each other.
Beasts.
Gang Beasts.
Oh.
This man said, what do you mean by color?
I'm like, what the heck?
YouTube, I'm talking about a game. They're actually colors to the people. They're green, red, blue, pink, purple,
That,
whatever.
that scene in Tropic Thunder. What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean? Oh no. Yeah, no, but it's just we got a lot of different ideas coming down the pipeline. You know, like podcasting is cool, but I think it's not just me. We've been talking about branching out to just more than just podcasting. And then if we do more than just podcasting, we gotta do about more just fighting games. And we also have a segment for fighting games that we're working on too. So, we got stuff down the pipeline.
Plus, we wanted to get more videos out there that aren't just hours long.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, long form content is great to some people, but like if you're at work and all that, but most people is just stuck on YouTube shorts and TikTok and all that doom scrolling. So we definitely need to get more in the market of trying to get into shorts and clips and stuff like that. Small things.
Yeah.
What's that one podcast clip that's really popular and it's really funny and it's been going around forever? He's like, for $5,000, like, I'm sucking it.
Oh my! I seen clips of it. I don't know the podcast name. I have seen that clip in like on like TikTok or YouTube or whatever.
Bro, Nate said it today, man. Everybody got a price.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, yeah, it's some stuff that I hear a lot of people. I never do that. They're like, how much you got paid? Like, bills are tight.
Yeah, man.
Inflation. Nah, but just another thing. Oh, recently in the news, I was reading a couple articles. One of them from The Guardian. More Gen Z and Gen Alpha kids that didn't grow up with these systems, are playing more retro games.
Yeah, I feel like it always goes. It's like music. I feel like it always just loops and loops. Like classics.
Well, because
always come back.
they asked some of them, and within the interviews, they were like, the reason we play these games, even though we didn't grow up with them, is because of the simplicity of these games. Those games were more simple as opposed to the games now, where everything is kind of like really in depth and super deep. Don't get me wrong, I love that too. but I also understand where they're coming from, and they're like, I just want to play a simple game. You know?
To what
I think,
extent is the retro that they're talking about? Are they talking about
like Game Boy Advance,
Oh, okay.
PlayStation, PlayStation 2, stuff like that.
There is something really nice and like pleasing to look at when you play like a low poly game sometimes. Sometimes like just the more simple it is, like sometimes you can just kind of shut your brain off.
Mm-hmm. Like when I want to shut my brain off, I play Dragon Quest 2. Dragon Quest 2 Builders. Dragon Quest Builders 2, sorry. That's my go-to stress-free game, and I just go and dig up supplies and beat up monsters and build stuff.
Mine's Dark Souls 1. That's my stress.
Turn off that's your stress reliever? Bro, what?
I played
You're a
that
troll.
game. I've beaten that game so many times. I just do it like back to back to back. So
My man gotta beat the demon.
That's like
up-
being
up
like-
top, jump down, tap, speed run.
That's like being
That's
like, I
why,
need to relax, and then booting up Sekiro. Like, what the Like,
Dark Souls isn't a bad one though.
no, it's not the worst one. But I mean, I get it if you played it a bunch, you kind of know like what to do in the cheeses. But like, that's your relaxing game?
yeah, I got Netflix on in the other monitor. I'll just like have some type of comedy thing maybe playing while I just run through the game. So
What's your relaxing game, Rich?
I don't know. I have a couple of them. TFT is pretty good, but I rarely play that game. Yeah, TFT, my bad. I don't know. When I relax, I just watch videos like Tekken. I'm a real. I'm just gonna be honestly real as shit with
I'm
you.
so cracked out on Tekken to relax. I watch Tekken.
And,
That's crazy.
I'll watch Tekken or I'll watch like some
Oh.
other like content related stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's not. If I'm really relaxed, I'm gonna watch something. I don't really like to be like, I want to play something relaxing. I'm like, if I'm playing a game, I want to play the fucking game. So I don't know.
fair
what to
enough,
tell you.
fair enough.
I have an entire folder on my Steam that's just like mouse only games. So if I want to just be lazy and just like click around, like Balloon Tower Defense, like that's mine. I'll just sit there and just like, okay, next wave.
Mine is Hearthstone. I just want to click.
I always want to get. Every time I see you streaming Hearthstone on the Discord, I'm like, maybe I should start playing Hearthstone.
It's pretty fun. I'm not gonna hold you. It's basic as all get out. It's not an exclusively hard card game to get into. I mean, like, are there stupid dumb builds? Yeah, but like all the really good dumb builds kind of play themselves. You just got to get the cards.
I really love. Do they still have that one mode where it's like almost like a battle royale and you don't have a deck? You have to pick.
Oh, Battlegrounds.
cards?
Yeah,
Yeah, you just randomly get
they
cards.
still got Battlegrounds.
That one's fun because it's like you don't really need to be good at Hearthstone. It's kind of just
Yeah.
luck of the draw.
Yep. Yeah, no, man, but it's just like as of recently, it's just showing that people are going to more retro games. But even then, still with the newer games that are coming out, people are gravitating towards the more simplistic games. The games that are just games, that's what people are playing. It's like, I don't need my game to have a whole like backstory and a 6-episode drama on how the game got created. I just want to play a game. Like, don't get me wrong, that stuff is cool to hear about. Like, hearing about the lady who wrote the music for Street Fighter 2 and how she did it in like, I think 3 days. And all those songs are classics. So in I think 3 or 2 days, she wrote a line of bangers. Like,
Did she like lock herself?
yeah,
in
she
the
locked
room?
herself in the office and just stayed there. It's like, oh God, that's crazy.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's nuts.
But that's not what I was thinking about when I was playing Street Fighter 2. I was just like, okay, how do we get past Hadouken? Because
How do I chain grab?
Hadouken. Oh, you can. That's what my young self was dealing with.
Yeah.
But nah, it's like, I don't know, man. I think I understand where people are coming from, and they just like, I just want a simple game. Sometimes you just want a simple game. Don't get me wrong, I love games with depth. I love plot. I am not one of those people that skip cutscenes.
I only skip cutscenes of the games I have no interest in learning their story at all.
Which is most of the games you play, though.
I wonder if
At
that's
all.
why. Like,
That's not
fighting
true. I
games-
play FF10.
That's
I enjoy that story.
Okay, what other game?
Well, Sekiro, I enjoy that game.
Cutscenes
Yeah.
in Sekiro?
very
Yeah.
very minimal.
Very, very
I
minimal.
mean, dialogue is still there. I still listen to their dialogue.
You can fight while the dialogue's going through.
I mean, no, I'm talking about like interaction with the actual characters in dialogue. That is a dialogue I don't skip.
It's not a cutscene.
I mean, it technically is. Like I'm still locked in that animation until I XXX through everything. So technically, I'm still locked in there. It's not like a full cutscene.
You don't have a skip cutscene button.
You can't skip cutscene through the fucking text. You tell me you can't. You know you can't do that.
Hey yo, if you watching the podcast right now, let me know in this if to be able to be a skippable cutscene, you have to have a skip button.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, but what I'm saying is that you said about story I skipped. If you're talking about story,
skip cutscenes.
I mean, Sekiro. I'll say that still. I'm trying to think really hard of the games I have played.
Have you seen those memes where it's like, I ain't never skipping a cutscene again, and it's like a father putting his daughter to bed, like, all right, honey, I'll talk to, and then it shows the menu, skip cutscene, and the next thing they show is like a Dark Souls boss.
Oh my god! Also,
that's funny.
but then I received a question yesterday, and it was pretty interesting. So when it comes to fighting games, right? We know we all love fighting games, but when every fighting game goes through this, you get to a certain point. It's usually right after the honeymoon phase where there's a significant amount of people that hate the game, right? They go from loving it to hating it.
That's me. That's me.
I was talking to Frank, and Frank said that the people that hate the game are the small minority of the community, and most of the people still like the game. My side of it was, I think it gets to a point where people don't like the game, but most people aren't gonna voice that, but the small minority will. So it looks like only a small amount of people dislike this whatever game it is, but there's more people that don't like it, but there's also less people willing to just go and voice that. So it's like, so do you guys think that when a game starts to receive the hate it receives, that it's only a small amount of the community? Or do you think that only a small amount are willing to actually sit there and say they don't like the game?
May I ask what community we're talking about? Just the FGC community?
The FGC community, yeah.
Okay, so we're not talking about like the game, like
not
the whole...
not the game in total. Because in this conversation we were talking about the FGC.
Yeah, okay. So if you're talking about the FGC, because thing is, that's a number of things, right? But the lame short answer to it is like, I don't think people hate the game. I just think people hate change.
In what sense though?
Like, for example, they don't like, a lot of people don't like the change with like, I'm gonna use Tekken for example, right? Mm-hmm. They don't like the heat shit. They don't like the heat engagers. They don't like all that bullshit, right? They don't like holding 50-50. And I can understand. I ain't trying to hold no 50-50 too. That's why I play Raven. I understand.
Teleport?
Yeah, exactly. I'd be teleporting sometimes some 50-50s. Fuck. But I understand. But like, it gets to the point where when people get to the point like, man, this wasn't like, we're in 7, bro. This won't happen in 7. Oh man, this won't happen in Tekken 8 or Tekken 6. Man, this won't happen in Tag 2. Man, it won't happen in it. And I'm like, didn't y'all all do this to every like gap of every game?
It happens to literally every game.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, it's just like a cycle that just repeats itself. Like, you know, history repeats itself. Like, so if you don't learn it, you're doomed to repeat it. So,
would you say that it's a minority or a majority that have a problem with it?
I would say,
I'm not even gonna say don't like. I would say have a problem. I think that's a better way to put that.
Majority have a problem. I'll say majority, but if that's like the answer, yes, it would be the majority because everyone has a problem.
And when I was talking to Frank, he was saying that because if the game was really bad, then people would go on Steam and they would review bomb the game, which has happened. We know that does happen. People don't like a game, they will review bomb your game if it's that bad.
What?
But my whole argument to that was, I'm like, I have plenty of games that I don't like. But I'm not about to take my time out to go and review bomb the game. I just won't play the game.
Yeah, but you're only one of X amount of players.
I know, and I understand that. But I also know that I think a vast majority of players that I've talked to, at least, are like if I don't like a game, I'm just not gonna play it.
Also, none of those fighting games are even bad. Like, if you want a real bad fighting game, I have a collection on my Steam account, and I can show you bad fighting games. But people who are like, yo, Tekken 8 is bad, Street Fighter 6 is bad, They're not even bad. It's just you just might not be your cup of tea.
I think there's a difference between a game being bad and a game being disliked.
I feel like it is a loud minority. But then again, the fighting game community is so weird because fighting games almost forever has had huge amounts of player bases on release, and then within a couple months, like, shot way down.
Yep.
Like, even the most successful fighting games, like, the numbers are always here, and then it comes here, and it usually stays here for the rest of its life cycle.
Well, I mean, because a lot of people will sit there and say, "Oh, that's because we need the casual players to come and buy the game so that the game is successful." You have to understand that casual players are not going to play that game for long.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
No,
The only people sticking around are the people that actually want to get better and
they gonna play it for a little bit and then they're gonna drop it. Then they're gonna go over to the next thing. They're gonna play that for a little bit and they're gonna drop it. So it's like, yeah, you could say you need casual players for that first initial boost in sales, but like after that, ain't nobody will be playing it.
I mean, the whole point is like you need a base because like for example, I think Harada was talking about it like in some tweets where it's like if we were to maintain the quality of the game in terms of like connections and like the actual servers and whatever the case may be, blase, we need a consistent flow of income of like keeping that shit up, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like that's why like the whole point of the Tekken shop exists, right? Because they need money for those reasons. Hopefully they're using it for those reasons, unless some Bandai is just straight up fucking line and they're just like pocketing the fucking.
Since it's Harada, I'm more liable to believe Harada.
No, I mean, okay.
Because I ain't gonna lie, because it's strictly on his record.
I thought he did say something in the recent showcase where he's like, it's all going back into the game or something like that.
I hope so.
But where Rich is coming from is like a lot of devs say that, and then you never see those changes.
Yeah.
But the reason, like I said, I give grace is because before Harada has come out and said, hey, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and then he's done it. So it's like he has a good track record of keeping his word.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What I'm saying is like, whereas like, okay, like now apply that to every game that's a fighting game, right? Whereas like, okay, what about Grand Blue Arc System? What the fuck they're doing, right?
Okay, let's be real. Arxis done messed up multiple games of theirs. Like, remember when Guilty Gear? Bro, remember when they straight up just denied the Guilty Gear issues that they were having until they finally came out? I was like, all right, y'all right.
Yeah, I mean, like I
The
said,
servers still have been kind of whack ever since. Like, they still never like figured out the issue. Because like even you'll jump into a game and like, but even
honestly,
though
they should just drop a
connection.
Strive 2, bro, and do what they just do, like, and have that same team with their like same like infrastructure as Versus. Oh no, I said Versus, Ryzen,
I'm
and
almost like,
And I think everybody also kind of has to understand that, like, when it comes to fighting games are, even though you might not realize this, fighting games are still relatively new to the whole just patching the game thing. Because before, they would release a vanilla version, and then they would release an upgraded version, and then they would release like a final upgraded version of a game. They never really did the whole, we just gonna patch it out. So now that they're doing it, now it's been long enough for people are like, why are we still having these simplistic issues that should have been resolved a long ass time ago?
I will say I've heard a lot of people recently have said Guilty Gear's gotten a lot better, and I've heard it from enough people where I'm like, maybe I might try when Slayer
I'm
comes
not gonna
out.
lie, I was thinking about getting back into the game. I was thinking about it because I'm like, I don't really care for 6. Tekken's fun, but I like anime fighters, so it's either I'm probably playing Under Night, and I might dabble in some Guilty Gear just to see what's up.
I'm surprised you didn't play Under Night like that.
We wanted to.
It was Tekken 8 came out way too close, like, and we had to make a choice, like.
And Under Night, the new one didn't really. At least I know from like me and Alex's perspective.
Yeah.
We're not really trying those new characters, so for us it's just the same. Like, there's really not much that has.
It's also the
changed
fact
it.
that the net code for the game was not the best when it dropped, so it's like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it got fixed. So
Yeah, no, I know it got fixed now, but it's like. It gets tiresome. It really does get old when all these companies drop these games and the net code is just dog water.
Well, it used to be like we got rollback, and you'd be like, "Yo, sick," but now it's like we got rollback, and I'm like, "Well, is it good?"
Like, is it
there's too
good
many games that
rollback?
have like trash rollback.
yeah,
Or is it that other type of rollback? Like, nah.
you ain't planning on going back to
Grand Blue.
Yeah, they actually had
I actually played a couple games of Grand Blue recently. I've actually been giving fighting games a break though, because Frank asked me, he was like, "Yo, you want to play fighting games?" I'm like, I have not been in the mood to play any fighting game. Like I told you earlier, I booted up Tekken 8. I got to the title screen. I'm just like, I don't want to do this.
I wonder if you'll like it now more, because now, before to you, fighting games was like kind of like that was our job. But now that since you're not dealing with the FGC stuff anymore, like you'll be actually playing it for fun.
What I've been doing is, and I told friends, I'm like, I'm probably gonna take like a month off of fighting games and just play other games to just have fun with other games, and I'll go back after a month and just see how I feel.
We should have more days here where we just play fighting games like we used to. Maybe that might bring shit back.
I mean, y'all, we show up early enough. That's on y'all. I ain't got time for that. Like, like I'm up usually really early. So if y'all ever want to come over and just throw hands, that's cool with me.
I need to get back into Grand Blue. I want to get back into Grand Blue because that game's fun. I might try Strive when Slayer comes out because I liked Slayer and Xrd, but I don't know.
Yeah, they changed a lot of characters that came over to Strive from other Guilty Gear games. A lot of the people are like, "Yo, this character does not feel as good as it felt in the other games." So.
I do want to try Appa, even though apparently she's very difficult to play. I
don't know, man. I've been watching Kizzy K playing, and he be smoking people.
I mean, it's a new character, and it's Kizzy also.
I'm about to say new character or not, bro. You gotta understand, he in the Celestial ranks.
I want to try. What's his name? The new Grand Blue guy, the Big Axe.
Oh, Big Axe boy. Yeah, he just got dropped.
Cool. Yeah, and then
2B, but I heard 2B's kind of lackluster. But I want to see for myself. She got buffed
recently.
Yeah, I want to see for myself.
Yeah, I mean, they did a big patch recently in Ryzen, and I'm hearing like 6XL pressure got weakened and shit. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can play neutral?
Nier got destroyed.
Really?
She can't, after DP, she can't do anything. No more canceling.
Wait, there's no like second follow-up with the clone?
I think.
With the puppet?
I think the whatever is the one where she's fully invincible, which I think is the EX version of it. Once she does the DP, she has to just wait.
Oh, really?
Until her frames run out, and then she can continue.
I'm actually happy about that.
Wow.
I hated that character.
Wow.
And then her 6XL is like really bad now.
Yeah. They nerfed a lot of 6XL pressure.
Since we on the topic of it, what fighting games would y'all give a second chance to that you play that you know everybody hated? For me, DNF.
I would try that again.
I tried. Me and Juan played DNF a little while ago. And it was actually fun. I was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, game's still fun. Like they messed up, but the game's still fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Are they done with it? I don't remember if this season they're like it's just that one season.
I don't know, maybe.
There was one game I remember. Oh, maybe it's them fighting Hertz where they said we made one fighting game season.
Oh yeah, that was them fighting games. Yeah.
But I'd be down to try DNF again. I want to play Street Fighter 5. I miss Street Fighter 5 a lot.
Yeah, and now that I'm in a weird, well, yeah, now that I'm mostly in a position where I don't have to play games just because they're popular, because I've never been that guy just to play a game because it's popular. I actually hate doing that. Like I play it because I like it. I don't play it because it's popular. So like,
but that's the hard thing though, because like fighting games, it's way more difficult to do that stuff too. Because you'd be like, I'm gonna play this because I like it, so let me play it. Oh, there's nobody playing the game.
No. Yeah.
I guess I have to play what's popular.
Or you gotta find like a Discord.
Yeah. You gotta hope that one person out of the 12 people Discord it just happens to be playing like.
Unless your game's on
Virtual Fighter
Fightcade.
1.
If your game is on Fightcade, then you're good. You're golden. Don't worry about it.
Shoot.
Rich,
Is Soul Calibur on Fightcade?
The first one.
Wait, what?
Not the first one.
What?
I don't think it does PS2 and above, right? It only does PS1 and below games.
Yeah. It does Dreamcast, so you can't get 2 on there.
Oh damn, that's
at least not yet. One day though. One day.
Have they said they're working on something?
They're constantly working on Fightcade too. They're stay adding games to that.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
But eventually, I'm pretty sure they'll come out with like a Fightcade 3 because I know they're probably working on it from the Patreons and all that. But yeah, no. What's your one fighting game that sucked but you liked, if there was ever one for you?
I mean, I haven't played a lot of fighting games. I'm like the worst person to ask for this because
is there a game that sucked but you liked it? Like any game at all? Like a game that everybody had considered this game is bad.
Like I haven't played a lot of fighting games.
No, I'm talking about just a game.
A game?
A game.
Everyone that said it sucked, but I like it.
Like for me, and y'all gonna hate me for this one. Sonic 06.
I mean, people hated Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm
Barely a
surprised.
game.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the
Yeah.
Sonic 06. That's the game. I know this game is bad, but I liked it.
Nah. I mean,
Didn't you like Shadow the Hedgehog?
yeah.
You know everybody says the game sucks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's goated.
He cocked a pistol like a shotgun, bro. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know how. Yeah, that was the craziest thing. I see what he did, and I was like, what? Yeah.
If we're following Sonic stuff, it would be Sonic Adventure 2, but I think everybody kind of digs
Nah,
that
everybody
game.
liked that game. That game was actually really well received.
I like Knack. Knack was always a big game that I was a huge fan of.
Did they hate that game? That game was like it just came with
It kind of became like a meme because of Donkey's video, but other than that, like, I don't think it was bad.
Yeah, like it came out with the PS5. You gotta give me like an actual game that like, everybody thought was bad.
I'm trying to think what games people. I don't know, because I have a lot of bad games, so like it's very hard for me to pick one.
Jesus.
He does have a lot of bad games. Like he's not even joking. That's the crazy part.
I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. I have to look up what are bad
this man
games.
said, I gotta go in the archives.
Hold on, we gotta
This is
figure this
crazy.
out. Well, hold on, DoorDash is telling me that I need food. Apparently, I'm just gonna Google bad games. Let's see what comes
Bad
up.
games. Nah, yeah, Sonic 06, man. I know that game was a glitchy mess. I know Sonic, for whatever reason, touches lips with a human. I get it. It's weird, but like it was fun for me.
Jeez.
I like Jump Force. Oh, that was fun.
That game was terrible.
So,
oh my
I don't
lord, that
know-
game was actually
I
terrible.
don't know. Because I know people outside the anime community. They're like, all right, this game is terrible. But like, there's a lot of anime heads that think that game is good.
That game was terrible.
I also
Oh,
like
Lord.
Alien Colonial Marines. If you ever played that game,
Yeah.
Everybody said that game was trash, but the multiplayer is fun. Whenever you would do like whoever was on the aliens teams versus the military people, and you just like hunker up in a corner, set up turrets, and you're just like waiting for them. And then this horde of aliens would come, and you just gun them down. I don't know why people didn't like that.
I like the Alien Fire Team. That game. It was kind of like
Oh,
a Left
yeah.
4 Dead alien game.
What's that one Fire Team game that was it? Was it Raccoon City, the RE one that was really bad?
yeah. It was,
Not Raccoon City.
No, it was Metal Gear Solid, wasn't it?
Well, they had Survive.
Yeah.
And that one was horrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. The game was not. But that's when they got rid of Hideo Kojima. It's like, okay, and then you try to make a Metal Gear without him, and it sucked.
Is it? Oh, Operation Raccoon
Yeah.
City.
Oh yeah,
That's what it was. That one was bad.
Really? I actually played that one. I didn't actually hate it.
It was just kind of it was like good, but then once you played it for a while, you're like, all right, I get it.
Oh, here's another one. Resident Evil 6. I know a lot of people from the Resident Evil fan base are gonna hate me for that one, but I thought that game was fun, man.
My only issue, Chris's storyline, I thought was boring because it was literally just a shooter. Like it didn't feel like it was really Resident Evil. Leon's storyline was great. Leon was cool. That I will say, the part in the campaign where Leon and Chris have to fight each other, that was pretty dope. And then Wesker's son, I wish it was more like the game Prototype, where like he was killing people, but then also could use the infection to fight. But he
Yeah.
doesn't do that.
I don't know what the heck happens in those games, bro. I ain't
The
gonna lie.
Resident Evil. Do you like spooky games? Like the horror series? Do you like anything in the horror genre?
I feel the same way with like scary movies where it's like, yeah, I get the premise of it, and it's like, oh well, the music gets all the tense and shit, and it's like, oh shit, oh. But like I can see in the game where like a Resident Evil how they do it. I seen some gameplay like Nate will be playing. There was one time Roy was playing because Nate forced him to play, and it was kind of funny. Yeah, it was a funny gameplay. Yeah, and it was like, it's just like, yeah, like I'm not a big, and another thing, I'm not a big puzzle person. So like when I'm on a puzzle, I'm like, God, I just want to shoot
Resident Evil
motherfuckers.
1 is hard.
I love puzzle
Yeah,
games.
see right there, that's where we're gonna actually, it's gonna be the point where I really have to like the game to actually want to do the puzzle.
Resident Evil 1 is very. You would not like that game because that
Yeah.
game is like.
super puzzle heavy.
That game's like, okay, I found this item. I don't need it. And then like 3 hours
Yep.
later, you're like, I needed that. And I also filled up my entire inventory. So I literally soft lock myself. So I got to start over from my last save.
Nah, no.
Lord.
The worst part about Resident Evil 1 were redeads. So in that game, you could shoot a zombie. The zombie would hit the floor, but the body wouldn't disappear. You think nothing of it. You're like, it's fine, it's cool, it's whatever. Then you'd come back, and the zombie would get back up. But this time, he's red, and he runs at you, and he has so much more health.
Oh.
So you'll be coming back, you'll see the body just, you're like, what? And he just starts running at you, like, ah!
Wait, is it when you leave and then come back to the area?
Not
I
immediately.
think there's like a blood moon at some point in the game.
Yeah, like it's not immediately.
Oh.
Eventually, one of the times when you come back, he will randomly get up and run at you.
Oh, you
And
can't like burn the body or anything.
You
like
can. You have to burn the body, but if you
Oh.
don't
It's
know
Very-
that,
you have very limited amount
Yeah.
of burns too.
Oh,
so you can even burn
okay,
everything.
okay.
yeah. So you have to know which bodies to burn because you can definitely waste it.
And that game's camera angle, it's not like it's like it'll be like in the corner of the room.
Oh, it's
and
one
then
of
you
those
take
old.
control.
Okay, it's one of those
So
old.
when they run out, you're like, fuck.
But there's another way around it, which is to shoot them in the head. You shoot them in the head, and you blow their head off. It also works. But aiming in that game is like to do it. You have to like.
I always put on the assist where it kind of auto locks for you because
Oh my
it's
God.
ridiculous if you don't put that on.
Yeah, no.
Who did you always play with, Chris or? Or
I
whatever the girl's
played the
name
game
was,
with
or Jill.
Chris, and Nate was like, "Who'd you pick, Chris or Jill?" I was like, "I picked Chris. Why?" He's like, "You know the game's harder if you play as Chris,
He
right?"
has less inventory, right?
He has less inventory, and he doesn't start with the key that Jill starts with.
Mm.
So I was like, "Oh, I just wanted to play as Chris. Like I always thought Chris was cool." He's like, "Yeah, you picked the harder playthrough." I was like,
That's what I did. I played through Chris, and I was like, "This game's hard as fuck." Every time I messed up on a
Do they
puzzle, I
tell
had
you
to
it's
redo
gonna be a harder path?
Nope.
Oh.
And it's really not even supposed to be like a harder difficulty. They were just like, well, we'll just make the characters a little different, and it just made it significantly more. I think Jill starts off with the worst gun though.
"Yeah, she doesn't with a worse gun."
Yeah,
but-
so it's harder for her to kill zombies, but she's got more utility.
and that's all. Also where the terrible line of "You almost became a Jill sandwich" comes from. The
Don't
voice
know.
acting was not good.
I don't know what that means.
I miss because nowadays I feel like they're all bad. But remember back in the day, like if there was like a TV show or a movie that had like Blink the game, like back then, like those were actual fun games. And
Yeah.
nowadays, if you see those, you're like, I'm not even gonna touch this
Like
garbage.
the movie King Arthur. They brought up a real live action version of King Arthur, and it was the like more historical side of things. It was Britannia versus the Saxons and all that stuff. They made a game of that movie. That game was really good, but like I know exactly what you talk about because it's like they got to. And it's always a point where it's like when they made Street Fighter the movie, and then they made Street Fighter the movie the game.
Dude, the Shrek 2 game was really fun. That game was sick. And
Is that the fighting game?
Shrek
Or
2.
yeah.
It's
It's,
like the co-op adventure.
Yeah, it's a co-op adventure.
Wait, what's the fighting game where
Shrek
you're?
Rumble.
That's Shrek Rumble.
Was it that?
Yep.
I think
Oh
so.
wow.
I know. Yep. I know exactly
The
what
best
you're talking about.
like the game video game. You ever played The Godfather 2, the game?
Yeah.
That game is sick. When you're like trying to take control of the city and you'd be like, this gang's taking over your pizza shop. Be like, the fuck he is. Go drive
And
down
it's
to
funny
get him.
because you're driving to like the old school cars. Now, mind you, the old school cars like pushing their engine to the max only went about 60. So you like trying to drive around the city. I can't wait. I'm gonna get there.
And you can like hit a button too. You'd be like, all right, boys. And you hit the button and all the people in your car are like, wait. So when you drive by people, they're like,
Damn, that's
and you
crazy.
can pick people like, all right, I want an arsonist. I want somebody who's like a medic. I want like you can pick your whole gang of people and like
think
send them off to your locations
One
to
of the
defend.
best video games, Scarface.
I don't think I played that one.
Oh
I
my
wanna
God,
play that one.
Scarface was so Scarface starts off where he dies in the movie. Spoiler for like a 40-year-old movie at this point.
Does he like survive for the video game?
He
or-
survives. So it starts off where he dies in the movie. But if you see in the movie, you just turn around and kill the guy. You just kill everybody else. You know? So and then
Is
what
that an Easter egg?
yeah, kind of like if you know about it, like if you watch the movie, then when the game starts and you're enraged, you just turn around and shoot the dude, keep going. Yeah. And then after he lives, that game's story is him getting revenge on Sosa, the guy that had the people come over. He's like, so you lose all your money, but you survive. So you have to build back up all of your money and all that good jazz and do it again.
Have you played This is gonna sound ridiculous, and I'm sure you guys haven't. But have you played SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants?
No, but I played Battle for Bikini Bottom.
That one's great. But Lights Camera Pants is like a.
That's such a
It's
funny name.
kind of like Mario Party, but there's no board. It's just the mini games. But it's a story mode, so the mini games go along with the story. But it's supposed to be 4 players, so 4 people are playing through these mini games, going through the story. But depending on who wins of the mini games, affects the story more. So like if you're Patrick and you're winning a lot of these games, the story will center around Patrick rather than the rest of the characters.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah. So, but then if you start winning as like Plankton or whatever, then your character will start coming into the storyline in the cutscenes. So it's actually really interesting.
And so it's a story that's. It's a story that it's like a D&D sort of.
Yeah, it's like altered by whoever's winning these mini games.
Interesting.
And I was like, this is like for a SpongeBob game. This is pretty crazy. Nowadays, you don't see that shit. It would just be like SpongeBob's
Bro, like,
boating adventure.
The oldest game recently I played was like FF10, and when I played out, I was at this point at the time. I was like, bro, these games are boring, bro. I don't know what it is. I was like, I wasn't in the mood to play no game, and then Nate was like, yo, you should try FF10. I was like. Because I never played an FF game. Oh, no, the only FF game I played was 13. I was like, yo, 13 was fire. And that was my first.
Yeah, we were all kind of, you caught us by surprise with that. He was like, you know what my favorite FF was? He was like, oh, which one? 13.
Yeah. Everyone shit down there. My girl Lightning, bro. Bring her to Tekken, bro. Oh my God, you know how OD she gonna be, bro.
You know who everybody wants to come to Tekken.
Bro, I don't want her. I don't care.
You already know who everybody
I don't care.
wants.
She can stay in 7, bro. She can stay there, bro.
Have you played this game before?
I played the demo of that game.
It's called Splashdown on the PlayStation 2. Dude, that game is probably one of the more like fun racing games on the classic stuff. Like that and the PS2 version of that everybody fucking touches the machine at the arcade and it's the loudest thing. What is it? Arctic Thunder.
Yeah, Arctic Thunder.
That game is they're like just similar little racing games like that. And I miss that.
It's funny how like that game is like before anybody touches it at the arcade, there's no sound from it. It's like, okay, it's a nice little game. The second you hit start, Arctic Thunder. It's like, God.
I know. You hear the vibration. Who the fuck pressed it? You hear it in the entire building.
Oh
it's
my
insane.
God. I was about to say either that or Marvel's Capcom because you can hear that thing from anywhere.
But that one's not too bad. Like, let's be real.
It's because that's only because it doesn't have a vibrating ski on it. Yeah. But nah, man, I don't know. It's just so like when it comes to like games that you like, it's really weird because like you'll play a game and you'll be like, yo, this game is gas, this game is fire, and then you'll tell somebody else, hey, yo, you should play this game, and they're like, bro, this game sucks.
I know.
Like for
you'll
instance,
be like, this is the game I've dedicated my childhood to, and you're telling me that the world hates it.
like for instance, I like Paladins. I think Paladins is a fun game. Nate can't stand it.
Which is weird because I feel like if anything he would like that more because Paladins has I don't know how to it's like Overwatch is like kind of I feel like more around the shooting aspect of the game while Paladins is more like
the build.
Yeah, like I can build this stuff and then if I activate this attack like that AoE with this character if he shoots that it'll activate this explosion so like we can have synergy. It's almost like a shooting MOBA essentially rather than a hero shooter.
That's another game we should probably get some streams on. That would be fun.
Paladins?
Yeah.
I've been playing Predecessor a lot, the Paragon remake.
Oh my God, I forgot that came out.
That game is fun. I think it's free to play now.
Yeah.
They're re-dropping Gigantic.
Isn't that the VR?
No. Gigantic was like Battleborn.
I miss Battleborn. Dude.
I miss Battleborn so much.
Man,
that game was so much fun, bro. I was a Marquise main.
I played the mushroom guy, and I would just heal people and then just throw shurikens the entire time. That was so much fun.
I never played it when it came out. I don't remember what I was playing at the time.
I don't think anybody did.
Yeah.
I think I was playing Destiny, bro. I don't know.
So, I mean, Battleborn's biggest problem is that when it came out, Breath of the Wild dropped and then Overwatch.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason.
Wait, oh, yeah, you did. What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
For some reason, the media was like Battleborn versus Overwatch. They're the same game, and it's like they're not.
They're not the same game at all. The thing I don't like about Overwatch, and this is the reason I didn't like Overwatch since its inception, is the being able to swap out your character. And then everybody always says, well, it's for the counterplay. I think it's stupid. I get what it's for. I still think it's dumb.
I think you should be stuck with the characters you have, but between rounds,
you can swap.
I think that would make more sense.
That would make more. But it's like, oh, this person picked X character, where I'm just gonna counter pick with this character, and then the whole game is you don't even know who's on your team half the time because they keep swapping out so much.
And then anytime you'd be like, okay, good, this Mercy's got her ult, so we'll be fine. And then all of a sudden they change to Lucio, and you're like, okay, there's the ult, it's gone. There goes our entire plan.
Like, bro,
I will say that's the one thing I'm not a big fan about Paladins, because if you fuck up the team selection from the beginning, it's like, okay, well, we're just gonna lose this game.
I mean, but that typically only happens in like casual matches, because in a ranked match, they be in that chat. Hey man, what you doing? Yo, get off of that. we already got two flankers. We don't need more damage.
Right, we
be
need
a healer,
healer.
be a tank.
Why the hell are you picking Grover and not Ying?
It's like, Grover's healing sucks.
Nobody's gonna stay next to you.
But I have my ult. Your ult is stupid.
His ult doesn't even like fully keep people alive.
His ult is actually one of the best heals in the game.
It's a good heal, but it's not like it's not a, what's the word, like a burst heal.
Yeah, it's not
like
a burst.
if,
It's
if
over.
Bomb
it's
King
overtime.
comes in and explodes, y'all are still dead.
Or if Khan comes in and he just throws Grover out the team fight. It's like,
know, that's just funny.
oh well, we're now dead. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I like team-based games.
I've grown to hate them.
I like team-based games with people I know.
Yeah, that's
Me
true. If
personally.
you jump in with randoms,
Even that,
you're like,
that probably makes me more mad, bro. Because I know you're there.
It's depending on who I'm playing with. I ain't gonna lie. There's some people I played team games with like once, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this again.
It depends. It
Like,
depends.
I really start hitting people with the who all over there. Hey, you want to go play this with us? Who all playing? Let me hear a name on like, nah, I'm good, fam. You got it.
Like team games, the only like team games I will like to do, like for example, like Destiny raids, I like doing shit like that.
So you don't like Dead by Daylight?
Dead by Daylight? Yeah.
Dead by Daylight's
you,
funny.
you could. Yeah, it's not really. I mean, it is a team game, but it's not like.
like us doing Dead by Daylight like in a LAN party where we're all in the same room together, and then somebody blows up the machine and runs. You know, somebody's like. Maybe look at me like,
Or I might say we might be able to just do that one of these days, maybe.
I'd be down.
I'll be down.
I always played Ace, the worst character in the game.
I played the one guy who starts off with like he doesn't scream. Like if he gets hurt, you know how most people cry and scream. He like kind of just deals with it.
Is that the tough guy? The guy, his whole gimmick is like, I'm supposed to kind of take the beating from
Yeah.
the villain so you guys can run.
I either play him or I play the black girl who's the botanist, and she's really good at healing. So
I tried to play Ash, but I didn't like his mechanic.
then there's the one character that most people play for aesthetics,
Which was that? I don't remember.
the reporter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you know, you know. You know?
Dude, Ash is I love playing Ace because for me it's like I don't have to worry about anything other than just playing the game because all of his mechanics are luck based. So it's like, oh, if you get hooked, you might just randomly get off, but you probably won't. Or like if you do a generator, like if you miss one, it might not explode.
Bro, I hate when somebody comes to pick me up and the killer is like right next to us, and I'm just looking at you with the anger eyes because I'm like, why are you doing this?
I hate when you're like hiding and then you the killer's chasing one of your friends. You're like, okay, that's good. And then he runs by. He's like, hey, Eli. You're like, oh, fucking shit. And then you have to get up.
Nah, when you doing the gen and then you see the person running from the killer and they're running right by the gen, you're like, bro.
Bro, the worst one when like there'll be like two or more people doing the gen and someone fucked up the gen, bro. That shit was so funny.
You've been sitting there doing this gen for like 5 minutes and then somebody's like, I'm gonna help, and as soon as they go to help, bro, I hate you so much right now.
Nigga, I dipped so fast.
I had a moment once with one of my friends where we were doing the generator and the person we were up against was the Huntress, and the whole game we did not see her. We're like, okay, maybe she just sucks. We're like, while we're doing the generator, we're like, yeah, dude, we're gonna win this. This is easy. And then we're like, friend's back. He has the axe. I'm like, holy shit.
No, the Huntress is actually one of the scariest ones because everybody else you get the heartbeat, but with her you get
The whisper. Oh yeah, the singing.
He's like, oh no. I hear her.
I always hated the doctor because the
the shock therapy.
Yeah, and then you just scream randomly.
fuck?
And he's like over there.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he does it, you see hallucinations of him.
Yeah,
Oh
you're like,
my
shit.
god.
Who's the killer that puts the little chain on you or the little like hat, whatever?
Jigsaw.
Oh, that's not Jigsaw. That's the pig.
The pig, yeah.
Jigsaw. That's
Yeah, she's
the
from
name.
Jigsaw. Yeah, the pig, and she
That
catches
one.
you, and she.
That's annoying, man.
And then you have to go to the place and do like a little mini game to get it
it's
off.
so annoying.
I feel like Nemesis has kind of one of the weakest ones because, like, yeah, he can barf on you, he can throw the virus
forgot
on
he's
you,
in it.
and then when he puts you cough and all that, and you can't take another hit. But it's like I played against the Nemesis, and I was just like, bro, I'm gonna just juke you. Like,
I kind of wish it was Mr. X
yeah,
instead.
but he just go through walls. Have you seen Wesker?
oh, that's
Dude,
he's
Wesker
in that
is-
game. I forgot about
Wesker
that.
is crazy, yo. So like he can like bounce off of walls and stuff, kind of like how the Junkie does, but like not as well because I think the Junkie is still better because like he just runs at you, hit a wall, and he's faster when he runs again.
What does the ring girl do?
I don't remember what she does.
Doesn't she like warp or something? I thought she like
I know there's some TVs around. That
yeah, I
does-
thought she transports between TVs or
Yeah,
something.
I think she can do stuff like that. I think the weakest one is probably the Hag. But I know they buffed her, so she might be better now. But when I last played, she was like the weakest one.
It would literally be like, oh, there's her little thing. Let me knock that over. And you'd be like, okay, well, she's useless now.
Oh, and then the totems? Man, I was taking... Anytime I saw a totem, I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and cleanse this. You know?
You'd be like, it doesn't even have a candle on it. It's not even real. You're like, just doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't
I haven't
care.
played
Don't care.
I haven't played enough of Dead by Daylight enough to be like, yeah, I'm nice or anything. Like I kind of
I've
like
never really
played it.
like knew how to play. Like, I'm not the people like, okay, what are you bringing? A med kit and you're bringing
Yeah,
a toolbox? All right,
this
I'll bring
is-
the flashlight. Like, I've never done that.
I still haven't gotten to do a 360 no hit. When you do a 360 to not get hit, I still haven't been able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when the killer swings, if you 360 at the right time, they just completely miss.
Yeah.
Have you played the Friday the 13th game?
Yeah, I did not like that game.
That one's like funnier, but as a game,
It's kind of
not as fun.
Yeah, like Jason is. When I played the game, he was super overpowered.
That's it's just a Jason game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I don't
the whole
know.
idea is you're not really supposed to beat Jason, and to beat him, you have to like do this crazy elaborate like walkthrough to get to the point where you can finally like knock Jason's mask off, which I don't even think kills him. I think
No.
it just stuns him.
Yeah,
or
it just stuns him.
something.
You can literally shoot him in the game, and it just stuns him.
He'll just fall over, and then he'll just get back up.
And then
No.
over time, he gets stronger. So
What
like
the heck?
eventually, he can start like breaking walls and stuff. It's
What
just
the
kinda
hell?
stupid. Yeah, it's-
God damn. And the Jason is a real person, right?
It's a real guy control.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm about to say. I thought you was like, is he like in real life? It's like I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, no. I was like, I didn't like it because it was just a killer being way too strong.
Mm.
But
The best
then
thing about that game, though, is the proximity voice chat, where you
Yeah.
can talk to each other, and then whoever's Jason can talk to, you'd be like, "What are you guys doing in there?" You'd be like, "Oh shit,
hey, you know I can hear you, right?
stop it!"
But yeah, no, it like I said, it was a fun game as like a party game, but I can see why that game didn't do too well.
Have you guys played what's that Ghost Recon game on the 360? Fuck, what is it?
Are you talking about the
Talking about
one?
Advanced Warfighter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you ever played the multiplayer of that,
Yep.
where you talk in game, and when you die, it cuts your mic? So you'd be like, "All right, I got my sights on him. All right, are you good? Okay, I'm gonna move." Steve?
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Ghost Recon was one of my favorite ones because like when you got shot in Ghost Recon, you got shot. There was no healing. You
Oh, yeah,
get hit.
you either had to like get lucky and bring a healing thing with you pre-mission,
Yep.
or you're
Oh.
just like, okay, I guess I can't
And it
use my
affected
leg.
like how you move. Like you would limp. Like they'd be like, "We gotta move." Everybody else is running. You're like, "Hold on, I can't run."
And if you got shot in the arm, like every time you aim down sights, you'd be like,
Yeah.
That game was fun.
That game was fun. It was fun because of the realistic aspects of it, because it made you move as a unit. You were like, all right, to the left, we're clear. To the right, we're clear. All right, I'm aiming down range. Move up. Like it was stuff like that. It's
the
crazy.
Kinect was actually really good with it too. It was really responsive.
Yep.
So like,
What's the one Tom Clancy game where it's the split screen where it's like it's it's kind of like it's a Splinter Cell game, but
Conviction?
Is it that one?
Is that the one that was co-op? Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to do the puzzles between like the missions and whatnot, and then not like fuck
Do you
up.
know the spoiler at the end of that game?
I don't remember.
I
Actually, I never
know
played
if it
that. I never
matters.
fully played that.
I don't
game.
know if anybody cares because that game's been out for
Yeah, it
So
came out
long.
on the 360, dude. No one cares.
that very last mission of that game's campaign. When you find out that because you two work technically in the story, you and your other partner work for different agencies. You're just
Yep.
together working on these missions, and then in the end, both of your agencies tell you like, "Hey, kill the other guy. Like, we need this shit silenced." So like in the last mission, you're like, "Oh shit," and then you're just like hunting each other down to kill each other.
Yep.
Oh damn.
Yeah, no. But no, Advanced Warfighter, you know, that was one of those shooters where it was like, it was fun because it was more realistic. Like, it wasn't Call of Duty where, oh, I got hit with a spaz, let me breathe 3 times. You know?
You ever play Army of Two?
Yes,
That game was.
I played the first
I
one and
had-
40th day.
Yeah, I heard good things about that game.
Oh, you never got to play it?
Nah.
the
Oh,
back-to-back modes where
think
like
that-
people surround
think
you.
the-
It's like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo."
Around those times.
I don't consider the Devil's Cartel a Army of Two game. Sorry.
Isn't that one where it's not even the same characters? It's
Nope,
just
they
two
made one of the
completely
previous characters evil in that one.
different- Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
The only time that's ever worked is the prototype games.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Prototype 2 was so good.
Dude, when you find out that the villain of that game is the main character of the first game, you're like, yo, I'm about to beat your ass.
You're just like, oh, this is the villain? I'm a little scared. Why? Because I know what he can do.
Yeah.
Because I did it. You know?
I used to love that in the Infamous games.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Infamous
games
was
were great.
Infamous.
I didn't get into Infamous. Yeah, nah.
Infamous was fun.
Yo.
That game started off as you just a guy in New York with electric powers, and then towards the end, you're beating gods.
Yep.
You're
I
like,
remember me and Nate was talking about old games we loved. And we brought up Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper. Oh my god, I want Sly
Game
Cooper
was
back.
so godlike.
Bro, I'm trying to
All
rob-
of them were so
I'm
godlike.
trying to rob the pockets, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Run them pockets.
I've actually
man.
never played Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper's so
still-
good.
And the reason we started talking about because they gave Spyro a collection game, they gave
I
Crash a
love
collection
Spyro.
game. We were like, yo, let me give Ratchet a collection game, and give Sly Cooper a collection game, bro. Like,
Jack and Dexter got one.
they have a collection game too.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I remember how many times I wouldn't even play the story. I would just be doing the going around the city in Jack 2 and just stealing cars and then shooting the bad guys.
I played Jack and Daxter the first one in front of one of my friends. He was sitting on the couch, and I won 100% of the game in front of him. He was like, "You just won 100%." I was like, "I don't think you understand how much I played this game as a kid." like as a kid, this game was peak on the PlayStation 2. Like I played it.
I
so
played it
much.
recently because they have it where you can play it on PlayStation 4. They have like
The stream?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it still holds up really well.
Wow.
It's still a really good game.
Yeah, it was a really good game. And then I played the Daxter spin-off game on PSP.
I forgot that he had a spin-off.
He had a
game.
spin-off
I forgot
game.
about that.
It's like the in between it's pretty much what Daxter was doing while Jack was in prison. And then like the end of that game is Daxter freeing Jack from prison. And it's the start of Jack 2.
Uh,
Have you ever played Mod Nation Racers for the PS3?
nope.
Nope.
It was a racing game made by the Little Big Planet people. And it was the most customizable racing game ever. Like the characters, you can make any character you want, like as your racer. You can make your car look anything you want. And then every track, when you raced online, it was somebody's community-made track.
Nice.
So
That's
it was
actually dope.
like a super customizable thing, and it was the most fun I think I've ever had in a racing game. Like that and Double Dash.
I think creators learned a long time ago you can't give people too much freedom. You give people too much freedom to create stuff, and they start creating some real
Soul
wild
Calibur
things.
character creators.
Oh my God, Soul Calibur character creation was insane. I remember I was playing 6 online when the game first dropped, and somebody went and made Kakashi from Naruto.
Yes, nuts.
And I hopped in the match, and I'm like, I'm about to get bodied.
Yeah.
Because if you know anything about custom creations, the dude that's trying to look super edgy and cool, he probably sucks. The guy that has a shower cap on his head, he's probably gonna mop you.
Any character with like a rainbow dick and butterfly wings, you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm about to get
Like
infinite.
that, I was like, oh, you went and made. He put the leaf symbol on the back and everything. I'm like, oh, he went and made Kakashi for real. Oh, I'm about to get bodied.
My man about to do Random Shadori for no reason.
Bro, he had put the electric sparks and everything on
Really?
the blue set. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Remember when they made the Dreams thing? And everybody was like, we get to make our own video games. And then nobody did because they're like, this shit's hard. Like, I get it, man.
Dude.
Somebody remade PT through that. And it was like pretty like 1-to-1. It looked real good.
Wow. Like people, like you get talking about freedom, like freedom control and like video games is like the Forge and like Halo, the Halo games.
Yeah, dude.
Like, Halo Reach was like
like
nuts. Halo 3 was actually
Halo 3 was peak Forge.
Yo, holy crap!
You would be playing like 3 a.m. with like
Michael Myers or some shit. Bro.
You'd be playing some random game in a lobby with maybe 1 or 2 of your friends, but then like 12 other people that you have no idea who they are. You're just in their lobby.
So I'm gonna say this because me and my homie, we both think that that the devs from Halo stole our idea. Have you ever played the game mode Zombies?
Oh yeah, the infection as they call it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that game mode did not exist, but we made it in Forge. Me and my homeboy made it in Forge, and we played it, but we never gave it a name. And then the next Halo came out, and we all saw it. We was like, hey, ain't this the game mode we made? It's like, yo, what the?
Nah, that was a godlike game mode.
Yeah, it was, but I'm just like, it was crazy because like I know telling this story, everybody be like, bro, you lying, no one ever believe me. But like, it legit happened. You know?
I remember the best 2 game modes, or 3. It was Infection, it was Duck Hunt, where you would run through the obstacle course while somebody with a sniper.
Oh my god!
It was sick. And then you
there's
hide
like
behind cover. You'd be like, just go.
Go.
And then
Shoot someone, you run up.
I don't know who originated making Griffball.
Griffball. So I was in a Griffball league.
So much fun, bro. Yeah.
My friends and I joined a Griffball league, and we actually did like a full tournament thing. It was fun.
Oh my god, yeah.
No.
But and then the other game mode where like you're trying to walk up the ramp, and then somebody above with a gravity hammer is just knocking shit down at you. Those were fun.
And then they had the soccer ball one with Mongoose.
Yeah, there's also
the Rocket League before Rocket League.
There are also like Michael Myers one where like there's someone with a I think energy sword and chasing you, and you had to go through the obstacle course to get out, and then you could be able to kill him with a gun or something.
And I think if he killed you, you would get like you would turn into like a weaker minion of his.
Yeah.
So like you would die in 1 hit, but they would kill you in 1 hit. So like at moments when you had to wait for the door to go down, you just sit there with a turret, like holding off against all of your friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man,
that's so good.
Yeah, Forest was god.
They tried to bring it back in the new ones, but it just never.
No, actually they did. It's actually doing pretty well now. Now the game's doing better.
Are people doing like crazy lobbies like that still?
They brought back Forge. They fixed a lot of the weapons. So they made a lot of the ones that were really bad better, and then they balanced the ones that were too strong.
How did we find those lobbies? Like, I'm always thinking, like, I knew
there was always a
friends,
popular tab, and the ones that were the most popular will always wind up over there.
I always remember, like, I would have me and, like, 2 other friends who would play Reach, but for some reason, we would always find ourselves in a lobby filled with, like, 16 people just playing these mini games. And I'm like, how did I find
I ain't gonna hold you. Big team battle? Big team battle was lit, bro.
That was a war.
You got 32 people on the map, bro. You don't know what's about to happen.
I always like the sniper v snipers.
Oh, yeah.
Like the map is silent.
Yeah.
And you don't hear a word, and then just one like boom, and then it says like this person
Headshot.
died. You're like, where did that
people
come
were
from?
cracked at some of those game modes, bro.
My favorite game mode was SWAT, no shields.
SWAT was sick.
SWAT, no shields with pistols, bro. Well, and then me and Nick, we do 2-mans. So we run into 2-man, walk around the map. Bah, bah. Oh my god, yo.
Or Regicide.
Oh yeah, Regicide.
Like every man for himself.
Oh my man, yeah, it was some fun times. All right, but that is all the time we got for today. Anything y'all want to say before y'all get up out of here?
I don't know. I feel like I could talk about past video games forever, dude. I have so many more in my mind.
Yeah, but we got stuff to do, man. Unfortunately, we can run this back. Like I said, we are still a fighting game channel, but we are looking to branch out into other topics, reach other communities. You know, we can talk about more than just fighting games, and I feel like it's not a bad thing to say that.
I think, did we even talk about fighting games? I think we did like a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
That was it,
but today it was, like I said, we had no topics anyways.
Yeah, it was a chill day. It was like a real podcast. We just talked. We didn't have any topics.
Are you saying we weren't a real podcast before?
It's those other podcasts.
It's those other
like.
Next time we'll talk about the divorce rate.
God.
Let us know like what you actually think about this format. Do you want like topics? Do you want just like hanging out, just talking about stuff?
If you want topics, we'll do topics. If you just want us to come on the mic and say whatever, then we'll do that too. That's cool.
I feel like majority of this episode was just, do you remember this? Yeah, do you remember
Oh,
this?
yeah. It was pretty much, not gonna lie to you. We are gonna try and start streaming on Thursdays. We're gonna try. I know one of us will be streaming from the YouTube channel. I believe you said you'll be streaming for your Twitch.
Yeah, I'll be on my Twitch TV Tengu.
Yeah, so you can either check it out on Tengu's channel or the YouTube whenever it goes up. It'll be Thursdays, probably around 7, right?
Pretty much. Whenever, around 7 or 8, something like that.
Yeah, around that time, that's when we'll probably try to start throwing up streams. Yeah, but if you like the format, let us know in the comments. Let us know, like, comment, subscribe. If you're still here, like, comment, subscribe. You know, share the video, let your friends know about us. We ain't going nowhere. You know, clearly we're going to be here for a hot little minute. What is this, episode, 40?
This might be 39.
39 or 40. We
Almost.
up there. We've been
Almost
here
40.
We've been
I
here
can't
for a
believe it's
hot
only
minute.
that much. I feel like we've been doing it so much longer than that.
I mean, the fact that we made it to this number is crazy because I remember before we were like, man, what are we going to do for episode like 10? It's like,
I'm waiting until we hit 100.
facts. That's going to be wild. I think for 100, we might just go back and just like look at a bunch of old clips.
That, or we just do a secret podcast. We just ask Shabali, can we do it at CEO?
Facts. Not this year, though.
We just preemptively film it. Be like, yo, episode 100. So they're like 44.
Jeez.
Yo, Rich, you got anything to say if we get up out of here?
Done it.
Dying Art, cool. How's that Dying Art shirt coming on, by the way?
I don't even know what that means. Like, I'm
Done.
trying to figure out, like,
How is my logo coming along, by the way?
how are you going to make a logo for Urbane Carnival?
I told you I didn't have an idea.
I don't
You were
even
like,
have his logo done for his show idea, so this is going to be difficult.
I told you. You were
But
like,
anyways, this is a discussion that these motherfuckers are not gonna end. So we're just gonna keep going.
fuck out of here, bro.
fuck
Bro,
outta
it's
here.
little
It's not gonna
niggas
end.
every
It's not gonna
time.
end.
It's little niggas every time.
not gonna
Always
end.
the little niggas.
It's not gonna end.
Always the little niggas.
It's not gonna end.
Always the little niggas.
I appreciate it,
every
though. I'm
fucking
the
time.
one editing it.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Facts. Anyway, yeah, check us out Thursdays. Do you put anything in the description that I should be shouting out?
In this description?
Yeah.
Probably nothing other than check out the last episode.
All right. Other than that, well, catch y'all next time. Be easy.